Hi guys, so this session is about setting versus achieving goals. And I wanted to give you some extra information, something that perhaps you have heard in the past, but it's all about repetition and deeper understanding. So the repetition comes in because the more we listen to an idea, the more it gets into our subconscious mind, and then the more we understanding, because it's all about subconscious understanding, subconscious beliefs. And we need to really get a deeper understanding of who you are and how your mind works. And when it comes to setting and achieving goals, this is step number one to the whole process. Because if you haven't done this process well enough, then you will not be motivated to do any of the exercises in the following lessons. So even though each and one of you has gone through lesson one at least once, some of you has gone through it twice, I just want you to take this time and to revise your goal and to make sure that after today's lesson, you have a clear picture of what is that you want. So spend some time today, spend some time over the weekend, have it ready by Monday, and really make it clear in your mind, because nothing that happens in your life, nothing that you have in your life just happened by accident. There's no coincidence. Everything happens because you had thought of it before, or because you had a picture of that something in your mind before. So remember, guys, you are the source of energy and you're very, very powerful. Whatever you think about, whatever you get emotionally involved with, and whatever images you operate with, you literally attract to yourself. So today, again, I want you to be honest with yourself, spend that time to revise your goal, and spend that time to revise your daily activities. So setting a goal is making a committed decision. So it's not just making any decision, because decision-making process is very crucial here, but it's about committed decision. Decision-making process is not taught at schools. It's highly misunderstood, and people make decisions, but then they let the excuses to come in. They let something else to happen, something else to be in your way. So it's all about making a committed decision, and I'm going to go back into it in a few seconds. And then achieving a goal, it's a very different process. So setting versus achieving, it's two different processes. Setting happens in your conscious mind because you consciously decide what is that you want, but achieving a goal happens in your subconscious mind, and that's a totally different story. It takes a deeper understanding of how your subconscious mind works. So achieving it is acting on your ideas. It's making sure and observing your behavior. So it's all about the subconscious mind. And as you may remember from previous lessons, what's in your subconscious mind is reflected by your behavior in every walk of life. So now look at this picture that represents each and one of you. So a stick person represents your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is your intellect. This picture shows kind of half-half, so 50% of conscious mind and 50% of subconscious mind. This is the only information that's not true, because as you may know, your conscious mind is about 4% to 6%, and your subconscious mind is the 94% to 96%. So it's your subconscious mind, your subconscious beliefs that control your every move and every decision. So as you may know, you may have powerful ideas, you may have creative concepts, You may have loads of valuable information, and every one of you, each and one of you, because I speak with you daily, I know that you have the information that we study. You answer my questions correctly. You know exactly what's happening. But that is your intellect. And I want you to understand that knowing is not enough. I don't want you to finish this training and know all of this information. Yet again, the results will not be there because the understanding part was missing, that it's all about your behavior. It's all about what you do instead what you know. And this comes down to our conditioning. So we've been conditioned through our education system that if you know something, you answer the questions, you pass the exam, and you have a degree, and you are rewarded with a diploma. So that's why we have been conditioned that it's about knowing. People know how to learn, read, and gather information. Everybody has practiced this from a young child. So we know exactly how to do that, and we're missing a huge part, that even though your senses feed valuable information to your conscious mind, which is your intellect, from the outside world, so whatever you hear, whatever you read about, everything is feeding your intellect. So you can understand and deal with certain information intellectually. You may know the concept, you may have heard it before, yet again, you will never, or you may never act upon it because of your old paradigms. You got to look at yourself and you got to observe your behavior, and you got to become aware why you're not acting the way you perhaps know how, or you perhaps say to yourself, I should have known better. I know I should have done it. And yet again, something has stopped me. That something is a paradigm. Just become aware of it, and you got to change it. You got to change it. So old paradigms, I mean, what are they? All of you should know it by now. And all your paradigm is your habits that you operate with and beliefs. Your is in bracket because they're not really yours. So most of your beliefs, as we know, have been passed from generation to generation. Some of the beliefs and habits are very good, very positive. If you have a good results in the area, you know you operate with good and positive habits and beliefs. Habit, again, it's a repetitive thing that you do over and over again. So repetitive activity, that's your habit. So you've gained it a long time ago. Become aware of your habits and beliefs. You must do so, because if you don't observe how you react, react in certain situations, how you react to certain people, you must observe it. You basically are controlled by your paradigm. So if you like something, it's because it's in harmony with your paradigm. If you don't like something, or if you highly disagree, it's because it's not in harmony with your paradigm. Whichever is wrong or right, that's a different subject. And it's, again, beliefs are opinions. So the truth is, the only truth that you need to believe, and you need to really become aware of it subconsciously, understand it subconsciously, is about who you are and what you are. And I've asked that question many times. How do you see yourself? What do you think about yourself? Do you think about yourself as your limiting beliefs? Or do you think about yourself as someone who can create anything they want? But it's not just knowing that intellectually. That's the huge difference. If you know that intellectually, you can answer this question and say, yes, I'm the source of energy, and I can create, and my thoughts vibrate, and I can connect myself with a higher energy, with my emotions. You may know that, but what do you actually do? Do you have those activities during the day, making sure that whatever you feel, it is on the highest vibration because you know how powerful you are? Or do you let the circumstances of or other people to control you? So what do you actually do on a daily basis? Because if you do let other people or circumstances or lack of the results today control the way you feel, then you only know that intellectually. Because the more you understand how powerful you are, you would not allow anything negative enter your emotional mind. You may take a note of it, and you will take a note of it because you have your sensory factors, so you can hear and read, but it's up to your programming. Are you going to stop the negative entering your emotional mind, or are you going to allow that happen? Which one are you? Observe it, observe it, observe yourself. It's the matter of becoming aware of it and then creating a good habit of blocking everything that is not contributing to your goal, that's not contributing to your well-being. Because if you're feeling great, you're vibrating high. If you're vibrating high, you're creating magnetic field. On a high vibration, you attract everything that is in harmony of the high vibration. So your goal, which is something that you really would love to achieve because it's going to make you happy, because it's going to make you feel fulfilled, because it's going to help you and your family, because it's going to give you that financial freedom, whatever it is, that is something that will or would make you feel good if you achieved it. So you got to vibrate high. You got to. So really be aware of what are you now, how you're feeling right now. This is crucial, absolutely crucial. And even when you have your goals, do you have pictures of your goals, even from the internet? Right now, it's so easy to create that vision board because you can just Google stuff, whatever you like, whatever you would want to achieve, you can literally print it off the internet and then look at it as often as you can, and that will help you to see it in your imagination. Whatever you see in your mind, you can have it in your hands. Whatever you have in your life right now, you had thought about it earlier. It was in your mind first, and then it was attracted to your physical world. These pictures are just an example. Create your own pictures. If you look at those pictures, and straight away you think, that's not my life, and I don't need that because that's too much. I just need a little bit more. Whatever you're happy with, whatever makes you feel that you have that burning desire and you want to achieve it. You have to be emotionally attached to it. Without emotional attachment, no burning desire is going to develop. Without burning desire, you will not find yourself motivated to do any of these. This is you again. Image of the goal that you want has to be internalized. It must be internalized. Because if it's not internalized, it doesn't matter what you want. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So the image of your goal must be internalized. What it means, it must get into your subconscious mind. How do I internalize my goal? I do it through constant repetition and emotional involvement. If I repeat my goal with no emotions, or if I repeat my goal thinking about something else or rushing through it, you're wasting your time. You must repeat your goal with emotions. So before you even start reading your goal card, bring yourself on into higher vibrations. You must feel really good. How to make yourself feel good? We've talked about it many times, and just a quick reminder, listen to music that makes you feel like you're on top of the world. Go for a walk if that's what you want. Go for a run if that's what makes you happy. Do something that makes you happy. Do something that makes you feel really, really good. Only then, when you start feeling great, only then, when you start reading your goal card, you will get that emotional involvement quicker. Try it. You need to be in state of higher vibrations, and then reading your goal card, visualizing will be happening easier. And then the more emotionally you are involved, the quicker that picture, that image gets into your subconscious mind. Once that picture is in your subconscious mind, you're going to express it in your vibration. Your vibration is going to be expressed in action. The body follows the mind. So your action will be different. Your behavior will be different. And that action, that's the law of the universe, action, reaction. So the action sets reaction, and that produces the results you have. That's crucial. If you want to act in a certain way, if you want to act towards your goal, you first have to have the burning desire. The burning desire is fueled by you, by your imagination. What sort of images you think about? What do you get emotionally involved with? The things that you don't want or the things that you do want? If you're feeling great, if you're feeling on top of the world, it means you're thinking about good stuff. You're thinking about your goals. You're thinking about your opportunities. If you're feeling low or discouraged or demotivated, it's because you're thinking about limitations. You're thinking about stuff that do not serve you. Stop it now. Block it right now. Say it to yourself, stop it. Stop it. I'm not doing this. I'm not letting my old paradigm control the way I feel and then control my results. The good news, you have the power to do it. You have the power to do it. Try it, test it. Do you know when Bob started, he was told by his mentor to read his goal card few times a day, every single day. And Bob didn't question it, he just did it. Bob has no formal education, so he did not practice much of gathering information and then doing nothing about it. Because of his lack of information, which is sometimes easier, he just did it. He just applied what he was told. He read his goal card every single day for the first few months, even though he was laughed at. He was even pushed by his colleagues because they were making fun of him. They were just saying, what is Proctor reading? Oh, a goal card, what is that? It was not easy for him. But he kept doing it over and over and over again. As a result, he has earned a lot more money. His income actually went up by 44 times in the first year. That's how powerful it is. How did he do it? Again, he fed his mind with his goal. He thought about it, he repeated it, he visualized it automatically, because whatever you occupy your mind with, that's what expands, that's what you focus on. So your goal card is there to keep you focused. You gotta be really focused on your goal. Whatever you focus on expands. If you focus on obstacles, if you focus on how many people failed, that expands. You're going to find more people who failed. You're going to find more reasons why you can't. If you focus on your goal, if you focus on the income that you want to make, that will expand. If you focus on it with your emotions, positive emotions, you're going to get connected to the higher energy, to the higher power, and ideas will be coming in. Ideas will be coming in. All you need is an idea. You don't know how it's going to happen. You don't know where it's going to come from. Be open to any channel of receiving what you're looking for, what you're after. But you got to stay focused, because whatever you focus on expands. The more you read your goal over and over and over again, you're going to develop a habit of thinking about your goal. It's a habit. Thinking is a habit. This habit that goes in on autopilot, that's a habit, only a habit. We operate on habits. We're habitual beings. So the more you're going to be thinking and reading about your goals, the more you're going to start believing it. Believe in it. And that will affect your emotions. Once your emotions are affected, it means your goal has been internalized, and your behavior will also change. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. There's no shortcuts in this process. There's no skipping parts. If you want to make it happen, you have to start from deciding what you want, reading that goal over and over and over and over again until that becomes your source of thoughts. You're going to be thinking about it all the time. And then emotions come right next. With emotions is the image. Your mind is powerful, and you get connected to the higher energy, and that's how you get ideas. It really is all about decisions. Nothing else but making a committed decision. A committed decision that you're going to do everything that's required to make it happen. A committed decision is where there's no other way. This just has to happen. If I don't have a committed decision, I'm gonna let all the excuses to come in, all the distractions to come in. I'm not committed enough. If I have the excuses every single day, I'm not committed enough. I have not made a committed decision. A committed decision plays a huge role in this process. And I wanted to play you a short video with Peter, who was a client of Bob, and I absolutely love this movie. And I hope it's going to inspire you as well.
I was kind of at this point in my life where I spinning my wheels, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I bartended till like 4 a.m. I lived in a 5th floor walk-up with my brother. I went to one of Bob's workshops, and he'd gotten to know me because I kind of was hanging around a little bit. And he knew I had trained for the Olympics, and he was doing a portion on decision-making, and he said to me, "Where is that sailor guy?" And I was like, and he's like, "Stand up." And he said, "Why aren't you going for the Olympics?" And this was like beginning in 99. The Olympics were in 2000. I hadn't thought about going to the Olympics. I was like, I had been done. I missed the team. I was like, I'm not going to the Olympics. Well, Bob was doing a 2-day workshop, and this portion was on decision making. He said, "Look, I want you to go home, sleep on it, come back in the morning and tell us if you're going to go for the gold medal." I didn't sleep that night. I started thinking about, what am I doing? I'm bartending till 4 a.m. I'm like trying to make ends meet as a model actor dude. It's not working. I was like, I have this gift of sailing. I should go sail. I go back to the workshop the next day, and Bob says, "Where's Peter?" And I stand up. Bob had this guy who won the decathlon in 1956 named Milt Campbell next to him on stage. And Milt stood up and he said, "I'm going to coach you." I packed up my apartment in New York. I got on a plane. I rented a car out there. I shipped my boat, got a van, threw my boat on top of it. I started sailing. And in 2000, I became a member of the United States sailing team, something I wouldn't have done if I hadn't made that decision. I finished the Olympics. I made the U.S. team, which was great. But when the sailing was over, I was like, what am I going to do? Am I going to go back to New York and be the model actor bartender dude? And I was like, I can't do that. Can't do it. And I decided to pick up a camera. It led into something huge, and it's been great. I'm now considered the premier headshot photographer in the world, and I just wrote a book called The Headshot, and I've been shooting headshots since about 2002, and I coach over 9,000 photographers on headshot photography worldwide, and I have photographers that are my associates in all areas of the globe. So it's been amazing. My purpose is to pull a human expression out of everybody that I shoot that's authentic, reactive, and based on trust. And that's what I try and do every day. I had been away from the concepts that Bob was teaching for a while, and I had been introduced to his coaching program. It was amazing. It did everything that I needed to do to get reinvigorated and get going again and start to create these goals for myself and look at my life in a different way and try and figure out how to get these multiple sources of income going. When I trained for the Olympics, we had a sports psychologist work for us, and we were doing goal setting and stuff like that. And I was doing visualization, and it was all this stuff that I was doing. Now, I didn't know what I was doing. The first seminar that Bob did that I sat into, it was like a light bulb. It was like an epiphany. It was like, boom, oh my God. All this stuff that he's talking about, I think I was doing, I wasn't aware that I was doing it, but I was already kind of in that mindset and in that mode. Being more aware of it made things click a lot faster and made me be able to be successful in all the endeavors that I really went for. I may be shooting their head, but I'm aiming for their heart. And if I can teach people how to behave in front of a camera and be better and capture an image that they're really proud of themselves, it's a huge deal. And that's what I do every day right here.
You see, guys, it's about making decisions, and I love this video. I've seen it hundreds of times, I think. And you may think, or you may say, well, he had someone to coach him, he had someone to help him. But remember, guys, when we truly make a committed decisions, or one committed decision, this is where things start to align for us. This is where you meet certain people that can help you. This is where you see certain opportunities that perhaps you have not seen there before. Opportunities are around us every single day. We just don't see them if we don't focus on our goal. So it's all about making a committed decision. What is that you want? Decide on that one or two things at a time, and do not stop until you make it happen. It's about persistence and that commitment, continuity. So you have to work on it every single day. And I can promise you, things will be changing in you first and then in your physical world. But it's not going to happen unless you decide to make it happen, unless you decide to give it 100%. Because right now, through TIR, you have the process of achieving anything you want right in front of you. You've got that step-by-step process right in front of you. But if you're not allowing anybody to help you, then nothing is going to change. Just do what you're told, no matter what you think, no matter how demotivated you feel today, because you have to. You absolutely must push yourself to it. You must push yourself to it. That's how it starts. The right time is not going to come. The right moment, it's not going to show up. You need to create it. Committed decision. You give it everything you have, step by step, not overwalking. It should not exhaust you. It should be step by step. No excuses. You got to sacrifice something. There's no such a thing as something for nothing. You can't expect the results to change if you keep doing what you've been doing so far. You just cannot. It is a definition of insanity. Einstein used to say it. So you got to change something in your daily routine. sacrifice something of a lower nature for something of a bigger nature. Your bigger nature, it's your goal. Something of a lower nature could be the activity that does not contribute to your goal. And you literally have to push yourself to it, because, as I've said before many times, humans, we do have a lazy nature. We do. Until we work on it to change it, the negative paradigm kicks in very quickly, very quickly. So setting a worthy goal, again, what is that you really want? What is that you really want? And once you decide, answer yourself, why do you want to achieve it? 7 levels of why. Why do you want to achieve it? For example, I want to earn, let's say, 30,000 a month. Why? Because it's going to bring me financially freedom, and I can travel and I can do whatever I want. Why? Just go 7 times. Why do you want to do it? Why do you want to do it? Only then you're really going to get connected emotionally to that goal. Only then you're really going to have a deeper understanding. And when you put that goal in your goal card and you read it, just because you've done that exercise, it takes time and effort. It's not easy. It takes time and effort. If you put some effort towards something, it pays off big times. Again, everything starts from a decision, and it's only up to you, nobody else. Thank you so much for listening. I hope it did help you, and I hope you did hear something that triggered something in your mind that you will now make a committed decision even deeper than before, and make it clear that whatever you're working on, you're emotionally involved with that picture. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll speak to you very soon.